Got a new hat. Welcome, 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 welcome to this whole thing. How's your week? Good. Been told I should use some more camera angles. You get to see the whole bedroom. Look at that. That's not even made. That bed's not even made. This week I got asked if I was a millennial, and when I said yeah, barely, she said, "Oh, so you must be in your late 30s?" And I said, "No, though I'm barely a millennial the other way." Almost missed it. That was pretty rude of her to assume that I was, 15 years older than I am. But you can't hit people at work, so I guess that's how that's going. I don't have a game plan for this week, I'm not prepared. I'm not super prepared. I'm not very prepared. I forgot it was Thursday. You ever do that when you forget what day you work? This is kind of what happened this week with making a video, except for I work 1 day a week. So how hard is that? They said just be silly in front of this camera. Hold this and be silly. And I almost failed that. Do you guys remember when I used to play music? That was cool. Do you guys want to hear me play music sometime again? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I just started playing The Witcher 3 again. And it's making me not do productive things, But I have a story for this week. A couple years ago, I went to Disneyland. Happiest place on earth, they said. It's the happiest place on earth. And I didn't ride any rides before. I had never really ridden rides. I rode the Tower of Terror as a kid. And I hated it. I did not like going on the Tower of Terror at all. I blamed family members for putting me through that traumatic experience. And, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Went to Disneyland, decided I'm going to try some of the rides. I'll be a team player, try some of the rides. And I did. I went on every ride. Matterhorn was closed, so I haven't been on that. I'd love to experience the Matterhorn one day, because I had a lot of fun. Space Mountain was fine. I felt like I was too big for it. I bruised my knees on the seat in front of me. The Incredicoaster, incredible. It's not even a pun, it's just a fun ride. Haunted Mansion, I had never been on that. That was fun. What else was fun? Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Probably my favorite ride. Did all of these rides in the time that I was there. The only ride I had omitted from my ride collection, I guess, was Splash Mountain. And so went to the ride and was just really super nervous in line for some reason. Just crazy nervous about getting wet, I guess, or not having fun. And waited through the line, got put in the back, was really freaked out the whole ride, but it was fun. And so I was excited to the next day go back and ride it again. And this time, waiting in line, I'm like a lot less nervous. I'm like, this is fine. I'll be able to do this. I've done it before. As long as I'm not first in line, in the boat, the toboggan, whatever it's called, I'll be fine. This will be fine. When you are lining up at Disneyland, they give you a number, and that's where you sit. Got it? So when they say 1, that's the last number I want them to say to me on this ride. And so I'm getting through the line and I'm kind of doing math. And I'm like, oh, God, like who can I sneak behind? Because it's not looking good for your boy. Get to the front of the line by myself, and he goes 1. I think, oh no. And I turn around. No one cares to take my place, which is fine because I didn't want to take my place either. And so I get put in the front of Splash Mountain. So I'm going to describe to you Splash Mountain a little bit. Splash Mountain, you sit in a log. It's like this long. No, I think there's like room for 6 people, and you sit in there, and if you don't know what Splash Mountain does, it goes down a drop in water. I don't know why you wouldn't have got that from the title of the ride. I don't know what else you would have thought it was, but and you drop, and you get soaked, and people have a real great time on it. But in your little piece of wood thing that you're sitting in, there's no seat belts. You're not buckled into anything. You just have to hold on. That's it. Just hold on. Hope you don't fall off the mountain. And so we're going. You go up 1 drop, and because I had been on it before, I knew that wasn't the big drop. There's 3 drops, spoiler alert, on this ride. So we go, and the whole time I'm just like closing my eyes, like just not excited. Worse than the first time. And it goes fine. It's a small drop and everything's fine. And I was like, okay, cool. This is great. That wasn't that bad. We go to the second drop, and it's quite a bit actually taller from what I remember. And we go all the way to the top and drop. Everything's fine, but right at the end, a huge wave of water comes over into my lap. And so I just soaked my pants, my shoes, my socks, my shirt. Soaked. I was like, oh no, this is not what I wanted at all. And there's one more drop. Going up the hill, it's the slowest thing in the world, probably. And you're just leaning back, and it feels like you're about to fall backwards because you're not buckled into anything. It's insane. And so after your 75-minute ascent up this the backside of this mountain, you hang over the edge before you fall down into your death. And you're, like, for me, I'm just teetering. I'm just over, and then it finally drops you, and it feels like you're going straight down. You're probably not anywhere close to going straight down, but I decided if I am going to go on this ride at all, on the big drop, I gotta keep my eyes open, because that's what I didn't do the last time, even if I'm sitting in the front. So I opened my eyes as we're going down, and I'm not big on screaming on roller coasters. I did this time. I screamed, and everything looks like it's going fine, and whoa, fly forward, hit the bottom, boom, I get hit with so much water. It bruised like parts of my face. I just got annihilated by water. It was super painful. Everybody behind me was like, oh no, like it. I mean, I blocked nobody else behind me got hit because I got hit by so much water. And we're floating through, and I was like, I can't believe I'm this soaking wet right now. This went worse than I expected, and I expected something pretty bad. So you start going down like the back side of like the you've made it part, and I see like something blue in the water. I was like, what is that? I reach down and I grab it, and it's stuck on something, and so as the boat thing keeps pulling, I yank it out, and it's a hat. It's not this hat, it's a Monsters University hat. I gave it to my sister. She was pretty excited. So at least I got a prize, which rarely happens. And if you ever lost your hat on Splash Mountain and it was Monsters University, sorry, probably got it. But yeah, then they let us off the ride, and sounds like the story is over there, but I got the flu from the dirty Disneyland water. So, long story short, don't ever go on Splash Mountain. You're not going to have fun. It's not a good ride. It's based on a racist movie. Nothing about it is redeeming. And I could recommend, I don't know, go get a churro instead. Why don't you go ride the teacups 7 times instead? I don't know, guys. I can't give it a recommendation, but I do give a recommendation today to a band I've been really obsessed with lately, Trophy Eyes. They're like a pop punk, kind of hardcore, kind of new wave, depending on what songs you're listening to band. I'll leave their Spotify link in the description. Super cool. Go check them out. You don't want to miss today's video sponsor, which is chewed up moleskins from dogs. They're journals that are pre-chewed by your dog. You give them to your dog first, but they're also pre-chewed. So if you use promo code DOGGY at checkout, you get 4% extra added to your total cost. So go check them out. Pretty awesome. If you guys like me recommending music, like I said last week, I've been recommending stuff over on my Instagram every day, but I didn't put the link to my Instagram. It's Hunter Fentoozler. Go follow that if you're so inclined. I guess if you are a stalker freak that just has to follow me on every platform, go over there and check that out. And yeah, I guess that's probably it for this week. I hope that everybody's got a good week coming for them. You know, work is stressful, and we're almost out of this whole like winter thing. So yeah, that let's look forward to, I guess. So that's that's the positivity I've got to give this week. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up if you like it. Leave a comment, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you like next Thursday or so. Broke my tripod.